Hey guys, how are you doing? So I'm from the lake once again, and I hope it's not gonna be too windy here. But today I want to share something with you. I've been thinking about this for some time, and today I saw a video from a friend who inspired me to talk about this. So, you know, how when you try something new in your life, maybe go in a new career direction, try something out. Maybe change the course of your profession, maybe you're going into a new relationship, ending a relationship, moving to some new place, or just in some way in your life taking a new direction which brings uncertainty and risk with it. So oftentimes I feel that we as humans, especially in today's time, we have a certain aversion against risk. We don't really like risk and uncertainty, and we rather like it safe, secure. And I guess it just has to do with like our brain and our survival instinct. But if you really look at it in today's world, there's so many opportunities, and the true risk is actually not the same like it was 1,000 years ago, where you had to worry about your survival and all of that. So, this aversion against risk and uncertainty really is kind of holding us back, because if you're a person like myself who is looking for growth, and one of your priorities in life is just to realize your potential in every area of your life, then uncertainty is really your best friend, and safety is really your biggest enemy. Not necessarily physical safety, but what we consider safety in the conventional way when we talk about it, like maybe financial safety and all of these things. Because it means that you don't really step outside your comfort zone much. And that means that you probably don't really live up to your potential, because whenever you want to grow, there has to be some risk involved. And so there will always be challenges, and you might have faced challenges, when you maybe came out of a relationship, or maybe you are starting a new job, maybe you ended a job, you're looking for a new one. So then, you're facing a lot of uncertainty in that area, and it might bring up other challenges where you just feel you're not sure how to handle it, and it's like you almost, questioning if it was the right thing to do, if it's the right direction you're going, or if you should just go back to like your old way of doing it, like the secure way. So I just want to offer you an alternative way of how you can look at this uncertainty, and it's one that basically embraces it. Because if you look back in your life and at the challenges that you were facing, and the struggles that you might have been facing when you had tried something new. Maybe you were trying hard to get a new job, maybe you were trying hard to build your own business, maybe you're trying hard to find your partner, and there could be so many other things. So there's always struggle involved, because basically you're trying to grow. And instead of looking at this struggle and these challenges as an enemy, a powerful way to look at it, which can completely transform, I think, your life, is instead if you look at it as a teacher. Because just look back in your life. Whenever you're facing a challenge, and at some point when you have been able to overcome a challenge, then there's always something that you learn from it. Maybe it was like a realization you had, that you realized that this is something that's holding you back. maybe you realized, maybe you were truly trying hard to achieve something. For me, for example, I went into a career once which I thought I really like, and I went into investment, and I realized I don't really like it, and I didn't really had much energy for the job because I just wasn't inspired anymore. And then I realized, hey, actually this is not really what I care about. And I really took the time and the chance to reconsider what it is actually that I care about. And once I realized this, I had again so much more energy and inspiration, because now I knew that what was the reason that I wasn't inspired anymore, because I wasn't aligned with what I care about. So I only had this realization because I looked at it and I thought, okay, the challenge I'm facing right now is I don't have enough energy and motivation. So what is there for me to learn? So I stepped out of it a bit, reconsidered, and took the opportunity. And then, so this basic challenge, which looked like a challenge and a problem, was actually a teacher for me. And I had this again recently, where I reconsidered some of the projects I'm doing and realized, not all of them are perfectly aligned with what I'm trying to achieve in the long term and what's my really truest motivation and inner why. So after realizing it and after being able to realign myself with that, I had so much more energy. And similar with relationships, maybe if your relationship isn't going anywhere, it could be because you have to actually, grow as a person. Maybe you have some bad behaviors. It could also be that it's just not the right partner. Could be both. But, if you're willing to look at this challenge as a teacher, then you can come to the realization. So, just look back at the challenges that you're faced maybe recently or that you're facing right now. And really, just if you come with the mindset that you ask yourself, hey, what is there for me to learn from this? I recently had really some major setbacks that I initially thought these are really big setbacks, and only after I really overcame the initial disappointment, and then I asked myself, okay, what's there for me to learn in this thing? What is life trying to point me towards? If you're able to ask that question, what is life right now trying to point me at? What's the lesson for me here? And if you're trying to look at it that way, then you will find an answer for sure. And once you find the answer, you can basically move on. You've evolved now past this lesson that life has been giving to you, and so that's growth basically. So I think it's really crucial how we look at challenges and so-called setbacks and failure and mistakes that we do, and look at them as teachers, as guidance, lessons that life is actually offering us. And if you do that, everything becomes also much less serious, because you realize, okay, this whole thing is life. Is maybe, we don't even know what it is. It's just magical. Look at this moon over there. It's just a big miracle. And everything that's happening to you might just be an opportunity for you to learn, to evolve, to grow, and to just to realize a little bit more towards your potential. And then if you look at it this way, what can really happen so big that it's not a lesson? And even the most serious things, I think they can still be opportunities for us to grow. At least we can make them so. So that's what I want you to take from this video. Try to look at everything that happens as a teacher, a lesson, and ask yourself, what is life telling me here right now? Guys, I wish you a wonderful week, and please leave a comment if you have any ideas about a video or any inspiration, or share your experiences with me. Give me a thumbs up, and I see you next week. Bye guys.